Have you ever missed a place so much it almost hurt? An old house? A neighborhood? A school? A street you haven't seen in years? And what confuses you is this: you don't really miss the people who were there. You miss the place, the feeling, the version of yourself that existed there. And that's the real reason certain places never leave us. We're often not missing the place at all. We're missing who we were there. Maybe it was the house where your children or parents were still young, the childhood home where you believed everything would somehow work out, the neighborhood where everyone still seemed to know each other, the apartment where life felt full of possibility. Years later, you can barely remember some of the conversations. You may have even lost touch with many of the people, but the place? You remember every corner, every sound, every feeling. Why? Because places don't just hold memories, they hold identities. Psychologists call this place attachment. Certain places become woven into our sense of self. They quietly absorb our routines, our hopes, our fears, and our milestones. That's why seeing an old house can feel strangely emotional. You're not just seeing a building, you're seeing evidence of a life you once lived, a version of yourself that once woke up there every morning, a version of yourself that had different worries, different dreams, different expectations about the future. And that's where the ache comes from, because sometimes we think we're grieving a place, but we're really grieving time. We miss when our parents seemed younger, when our children needed us more, when life felt slower, when there were still chapters ahead that hadn't yet been written. The place becomes a doorway, and on the other side is a version of ourselves we can visit, but never fully return to. That's why going back can feel so emotional. Sometimes the place has changed, sometimes it hasn't, but either way, something feels different because the place isn't what you're looking for. You're looking for the person you were when you lived there, and that person exists now only in memory. But there's something comforting about that too. Every place we miss is proof that we truly lived. We loved there. We struggled there. We grew there. We became someone there. And even though we can't go back, those versions of us haven't disappeared. They helped shape the person we are today. So if a certain place still pulls at your heart, don't dismiss it as nostalgia. Maybe it's something deeper. Maybe it's a reminder of a chapter that mattered, a season that shaped you, a version of yourself worth remembering. Because sometimes the places we miss the most aren't calling us back. They're reminding us how far we've come. And perhaps that's why certain places stay with us forever. A part of us is still there, and a part of that place is still here.